Hello everyone, this is Whitehawk and today I will be playing a very infamous game of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fandom. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Tribute Edition. I remember when this game originally came out sometime in 2011, I think it was either June or July. It was announced, not that it came out, but it was announced. There was some footage, I believe, of Applejack fighting with another Applejack. And I remember really being hyped for it. And then 2 years happened. And the game, they were doing tests with the audience or select members of the community, and one of them leaked a demo. I never even tried the demo or whatever that got leaked. And Main 6, the development team, got pissed at that. Then they later apologized a few days later. And then the game got hyped up for EVO, and then Hasbro ceased and desisted it. Short synopsis of this game's history. Awesome art. So basically we got a story mode, a versus mode, and an option menu that I already showed. Not much to it, honestly, except you can check your character's moves if you want to anyway. Versus mode, you play against someone else offline. It is possible to play online, but don't ask me how. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to try this out yourselves, and you can try to find out about playing this online all by yourselves, because I am not bothering that. I'm playing story mode. So one of the things that's bothered me about this game's development is that 2 years, and the only characters they were allowing the audience to play as far as I know, were Applejack, Twilight, Rarity, and Pinkie Pie. At least they're the only characters that were being presented. Rainbow Dash, her animation, her standing animation is a little rough too. While Fluttershy, it's clearly incomplete. But Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Applejack, and Twilight Sparkle are awesome animations. Anyway, the problem is that 2 years and they only got 4 characters out, and yet they were planning to have 17 or 18 characters for this game. Like, what? Got Octavia, Gilda, Trixie, and Derpy with phased out portraits there, but those are just the guy who made the Tribute Edition, he just added that because he thought these characters would have been playable. And they probably would have been because it was only Season 1 characters. Imagine if the game was still being developed right now, and we were at the end of Season 4, and they would still be sticking to Season 1 characters. How terrible that would be. Anyway, last thing before I start playing, why do the characters have their names in Japanese right under their English names? That's completely pointless. I don't care how much you like Japanese culture and how rooted fighting games are in Japanese cultures. There's literally no point to do this. Just put one name one time, and that's it. Well, it's too late to say that now. I guess it's just for cool effect. Anyway, Applejack. We're playing as Best Pony. Because why not? I suppose a lot of footage of Applejack already exists, but still. She's the character I wanted to play as when the game was originally announced. When I believe there was footage of her, fighting. Why didn't they share us the game back when Applejack was shown being fully playable? I don't care how rough it was, how many glitches or crashing there would have been. It would have been just... At least we would have got something, because the only reason I'm playing this right now is because someone was nasty, quote-unquote, enough to share the game with us while the Main 6 development team were doing test scenes. That's the only reason we're playing this right now. And it would have been immensely tragic if the game never got leaked, we would have never been able to play this game at all, period. Imagine that. Well, at least we get this Tribute Edition. Some people say that it's a really bad, incomplete version that is only a former shadow of what the game could have been, but honestly, it's something at least. And it is fun for what it feels like. I would have preferred if the TE V 1.0 was gone from there, but whatever. Anyway, the way this game works, it's sort of like in a sense, fighting game wise, it's like a 1 vs 1 Marvels vs Capcom, if you guys know that. But there's a weird magic meter, it's not the super meter at the bottom with the one level there, it's the crystal right next to it. That's what it is. I have absolutely no idea how it works. I usually accidentally spend my meter recovering, so I have absolutely no idea. It's sort of like how in Street Fighter you can do EX moves. You use that meter, quote unquote, for that, but I don't know how to fill it up. I know how to fill up the super meter. You just keep attacking your enemy and hitting them, but the magic meter, no idea at all. I guess fighting is magic, except don't know how to fill up the magic meter, because it's not by fighting that I fill it up. Anyway, fishing this fighting style. Oh yeah! Applejack has 2 supers, and her second super goes right after her first super, which is kind of lame. I would have preferred her for her to have like 2 different activating supers. Probably something with the rope. She can also do quakes, which is sort of fits her. She really needed to be like a bit creative when it comes to moves, because they were pretty creative when it comes to like Twilight and Pinkie Pie, I'd say. But Applejack, they had to like figure out some weird things that evolve some moves that really don't make much sense. I do like how the animations goes, because they really tried to make the characters fight like they're horses. They stand on their hooves. Anyway, it's kind of fun, but you can loop the earthquake on computers. The computer has trouble recovering from that. Usually. Anyway, you guys see me kicking ass right now. That's because the computer isn't that great. As long as you know bread and butter combos, light, medium, to launcher combo a bit while the character is in the air, you'll be fine. It can take a bit of practice, but it should be easy enough. I'm playing with a controller right now, by the way. Much better. Fighting games, they should always be played with either controllers or arcade pads or something like that. However it's spelled. After some time, you can't continue Congo Boy anymore. It's probably just prevent infinites, but I won't be surprised if there are infinites in this game anyway. Usually after like 15 hits, you probably go for a reset anyway. I tried to go for the level 2, but it didn't let me. I'm only going to be showing footage of Applejack because I don't really have that much time to play as all the other characters. Also, I want you guys to find out for yourselves. Mostly what I'm doing this video is because I want to like let out some stress about how, or some rants or whatever, about how I dislike how the way Main 6, the development team, handled like the way they were developing this game. Why do they stick to the Fighter Maker engine is my question, because the Fighter Maker engine is complete junk. Because I tried this myself, it's a complete nightmare to get these. Like, the level of sprite quality right here is, it must have been taking like weeks or even months to get it done in the Fighter Maker engine. Because the Fighter Maker engine, it's not like, it doesn't accept PNG files, it only accepts bitmaps files. And because of that, you have to manually edit out all the transparency pixels that are in your like need a mirror. You have to edit out all the transparent pixels in your like pictures that you're uploading for your animations, and it's a complete nightmare to edit out those pixels. And for doing it for every single like frame here must have been insane. And they could have avoided all this trouble by just using another engine, even the Game Maker engine or something like that. And yet they decide to continuously stick to the Fighter Maker engine for no reason at all. Then the fact that it probably has a fighting engine already ready for them, which from the beginning that's understandable. But they probably didn't realize how long this project would have taken them to finish. Missed the second super. If I had gotten the second super, it would have been an amazing finish. But let's get the finish like this. I personally think the voices could have been a bit louder. They're really low and hard to hear. But then again, they could have been like obnoxious. Pinkie Pie is probably the best standing animation. Easily the most fun of them all. And she probably has some of the niftiest moves too. A bit confusing though. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people like her super too. Loop time. Pinkie Pie is pretty bad AI though. Like, she continuously tries to use EX moves without the meter to actually perform them. Fight party, huh, Pinkie Pie? Well, I'll give you a fight party. Get over here! Oh, come on. Yeah, as you can see, Pinkie Pie's AI is really not that great. She just continuously tries to use moves that she can't do, because even she doesn't understand how the magic meter works. Yep. Not the official voice actors, by the way. It's all fan voices. That's it. You know, implied this before, but I would have preferred if the main 6, instead of keeping this game for themselves, they would have just like made it open source. They just show everything they have all the time, and don't bother like trying to get voices out for like the public release. I know they wanted like the game to like be like presentable when it came out, and something about how the audience would screw up the game if there were public releases all the time, but personally, whatever, who cares? Just, if it wasn't for the fact that someone leaked this game, I think I said this before, we wouldn't have been able to play it at all. Oop. Well, what I did there was Applejack's teleport, quote unquote. Not very useful, if I may be blunt. Yes! That's how I'm supposed to end these fights. All the time. Well, now we're going to the incomplete characters, starting with the most incomplete one. Ready? So apparently Fluttershy can't fight herself, so she needs Angel Bunny's help and her animals' friends' help in order to fight. It's probably the cutest fighting style, period, but and also beating up on her is kind of makes me feel guilty, although she makes a really funny face sometimes. So in a sense, it's also not that funny. Fluttershy, I don't know if she's like the weakest character because of how like little animation she has and how she was not complete, but she does give the impression of having a very terrible AI, much like Pinkie Pie. Although instead of her continuously using special moves she's not capable of using, she's just using her animal friends improperly. Damn it! I kind of wish Applejack had a rope attack where she can grab enemies that are right next to her. She also has a buck attack. Not very surprising, but it's kind of underwhelming, animation-wise and effect-wise. It does cause a wild bounce, so it probably like allows you to continue combos. I should really download the other Fighting in its Magic teams. They're all good teams, by the way. Although there was some weird controversy for some reason because of how there was like different musicians or artists, quote unquote, that were doing like different teams. Like Applejack and Rainbow Dash's team are made by the same one, but Twilight and Rarity's team were made by someone else, and some people wanted the teams to be only made by one musician. And because of that, I don't quite get it, because all the music is really good if you ask me. Except Rarity's team, because why not? Anyway, I can use the teleport. I'm gonna use it right here. It's just kind of useless. I just don't see it being useful. It's probably only against like the AI that is kind of useless. Because there are some moves that in fighting games that are just completely doesn't work on the AI at all, just because of what the AI thinks. Oh, I almost caught her. Sorry, Fluttershy, but it's Fighting is Magic. I would have preferred a more original name, honestly. I mean, I know it's Friendship is Magic, and then just call it Fighting is Magic, but just call it something else. Also, I'm playing story mode, but there's really no story here. It's just an arcade mode, honestly. And Applejack, Rainbow Dash is the final boss. I don't think there's any special bosses either, by the way. Like, I don't think if you get perfects all the time, you'll fight Derpy or anything. Probably would have. Rainbow Dash is actually probably the toughest fighter, I want to say, but not because of her AI, but because she constantly does, she constantly gets into the air. And that's kind of cheap. Well, as you can see, Rainbow Dash is, we're neck and neck right now. She's got more HP left than I do. I think she builds her magic meter more than me, too. Don't know why. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. She did an overhead right there. Oh, I didn't finish my combo. You need to finish your plate. Well, first time I actually lose a match. So at least we get to see Rainbow Dash's winning animation. One of them. You get another winning animation, you get a perfect on your enemy. That's unlikely though. Also air grab. Rainbow Dash can do that. Nope, no guesses on what her actual super is though, by the way. Or one of them anyway. I could look at it right now if I go into the menu, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, as you can see, it's clear that Rainbow Dash is probably the best AI. She was clearly meant to be like the boss character here. Or a character that actually knows how to fight compared to the other main 6. Maybe. Or maybe she's actually supposed to be the more incomplete character. I remember her winning animation in one of the demos. It was kind of hilarious. Oh man, I keep screwing up the super. And yeah, you can in fact continue a combo after grabbing a character. Really, really kind of cheap. And I believe level 3 super meter is the maximum. Anyway, finish. Oh my goodness, I don't like her overhead. It's really cheap. I do believe it costs her meter to actually do the overhead, the thunder cloud kick overhead. Oh my goodness. Is that the one of her special moves in the Ticketmaster that no one ever remembers anymore? Probably. Because apparently the only move of a Rainbow Dash that everyone remembers is the Sonic Rain Boom. All her other special moves that she had in Ticketmaster, they don't exist anymore. I blame her episode. Oh my goodness, I wish there was a follow-up that you could do after Applejack Supers. Except for her second super, there's no other follow-up you can do. So it's really a finisher. As so, and Rainbow Dash was actually blocking that, so that was a chip debt. Well, that's it. That's the end of story mode. You get some derpy fighting art that probably would have been used. And thanks for playing. Congratulations. Words. So, My Little Pony Fighting's Magic Tribute Edition, a shadow of what Fighting's Magic could have been. Largely because this the development team was sticking to one of the worst fighting game engines they could have chosen to use. Because the sprite conversion is just terrible here. I mean, the actual sprites that ended up in are amazing, but the amount of time it takes to process them and make the transition is just too much. Not worth it. Should have used another engine. And maybe would have had like 10 characters in this Tribute Edition instead of 6 with 2 incomplete ones. Well, anyway, link to download this game in the description. Hope you all enjoyed this video and hope you all have a very nice day. Bye-bye!